First off, I want to say happy Father's Day to all you fellow dads out there. This is my first Father's Day with my son actually out here. Last year my wife was pregnant, so it was Father's Day for me, but not like Father's Day, you know. Um, but there's also Father's Day for the dog dads too. So no matter what, if you're a dad, present dad, I'm that point, you know. Happy Father's Day, and I welcome you to Home with TJ, and I'm your host, TJ. Oh, like I said, this is my first real Father's Day. You know, it was exciting. You know, it's something different. Unfortunately, my wife she had to work today, so I didn't get the full experience this time. But I do have my son with me today. He is right now. He's taking a nap. So I thought I'd take a quick second to, well, not a quick second, but just wanted to do a quick episode real quick and just show some love to the other dads out there. You know, hope you guys are doing all right. It is Men's Mental Health Month now. So, like I said, I hope you guys are all doing okay. You can find this podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and you can also find me on TikTok. Also, you can find me anywhere at Home with TJ. So hopefully you can give me a like, comment, subscribe, give me a 5-star rating, give me a follow, something like that. You know, anything is appreciated. I want to start off by saying that yes, today is Father's Day, but you don't always have to, you know, celebrate your father. You know, so I know some people they're not. How do I say this without offending? They are not fortunate enough to have their father with them, whether it's by their father's choice, or you know, by the grace of you know whoever you believe in, God or anything like that. They're no longer with us for some reason, you know. So there's always somebody for you to celebrate. In my opinion, you know, you can find a father figure in anybody. I know that there's single parents that play both roles. So for you, for all you moms out there, for all you dads and everything too, for all you grandparents that took on the role of you know taking care of your grandkids for some reason, you know, anybody out there, you know, there's always somebody you can appreciate on Father's Day. There's doesn't always have to be a father necessarily. It could be a friend, an uncle, grandparent, you know, something like that. But like I said, also if the dads aren't in their life, you know, it could also be, you know, the mom. The mom plays both roles as mom and dad. So like I said, there's always somebody you can appreciate, which it may not always be the most ideal situations, but there's you know there's something to celebrate today if you really want to. But I want to. I saw this thing on TikTok and I wanted to kind of touch on it where I guess that Father's Day is one of the least celebrated holidays. You know, I guess it's like number 20 or something like that. Some comedian was talking about this. And you know, when it comes to holidays celebrating like specific people in your life, you know, so Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, you know, I think I mean, you could even probably do like Veterans Day, something like that. You know, in my opinion, it shouldn't always be stuck to one day out of the year. You should be showing the appreciation throughout the year, but also, you know, there's nothing wrong with having the one special day. So for all you out there who's trying to, you know, say that no, it's just another day. You know, it might not be just another day to somebody. Today's the day that they're choosing to give that little bit of extra where they get the reminder that the person's there, you know. So sometimes you need that one day, but sometimes you don't, and that's okay. It's when the appreciation comes, you should always just be grateful about it anyway. You should never expect anything. And I feel like well, maybe I've seen a lot of like other TikToks and like YouTube videos and stuff where dads are complaining like, "Don't give me this gift, don't give me this gift," or "I don't want to do these things." Uh, I understand it. I completely understand if that's what you're about, but you know, just appreciate the gesture, appreciate the show of appreciation. You know, it's not always that you're gonna have something that somebody's gonna do for you. You know, it's not always a given, so don't just don't expect it. When it comes, just be appreciative. There's no reason to be ungrateful or to say that you don't like a gift or you don't want a gift or anything like that. So just always be grateful, especially because if it's coming from your wife or your kids or your partner or anything like that. It's important to show them that, well, specifically like your children, right? You want to teach them a good habit. You don't want them to be rude, ungrateful. You don't want to give them the wrong impression where they can think they can, they can demand something specifically what they want, or they can act a certain way when they don't want something, which is okay if that's how they feel. But maybe it was just me. Maybe it's just my culture, my family, and everything. But we were always raised to just appreciate what we're given, what we have, and not really complain about it. Not to knock anybody or anything really, but there's plenty of reasons why people shouldn't get you something, But today, maybe any other day too, people are deciding that it's important today to give. Oops, sorry about that. It's important to show that appreciation today. So just be appreciative of it. There's nothing wrong with it. And I see a lot of things where it's like, yes, it's Father's Day and they want you to be on the grill and stuff, or they want barbecue or something, but you have to be the one on the grill. That's kind of, for me, that would be like a blessing. They want something you do because they appreciate the things that you do, and it feels good knowing that they appreciate those things. They want you to do that. It it could be easier. They could just be like, okay, we're gonna get some takeout real quick, and just kind of forget about it. It's just another day. We're gonna get dinner just like we do every other day. But the fact that they want you to do things, the dad things that you do as a dad, it's something that a lot of people don't have, and I feel like a lot of people they don't necessarily give those experiences, right? A lot of dads out there, they're burnt out because they have to provide, they have to work all the long hours. They're tired. They're hurting. And I feel like there's a time and place, but when it comes to today, it's, well, not specifically today, I guess, but in general, just enjoy your time. Just do things with your family, do things for your family. You'll feel a lot better that way. And if you're not in the best graces of your family anyway, there's always a way to work on it. I feel like for the most part, I know everybody has their limits, but for the most part, you can build off of what you have. It's not always the end of the world. Um, and I I see a lot of other videos where people are talking about how they're expecting their kids to take care of them later in life, or they're expecting all kinds of extravagant gifts or trips and stuff like that. But there you shouldn't expect the world from your children, but I feel like you should always strive to give them the world. They I know this may not be agreed upon by everybody, but your children don't owe you anything. It wasn't their choice to be born, and they they are learning from you. They're an extension of you. They're not something you can live off of. They're not an object. They're not somebody that's supposed to be like spoon feeding you at some point. You're an adult well, hopefully if you have a child, you are an adult. And at some point, they're going to be an adult too. And they're going to want to make their own choices. They're going to want to have their own families and provide and do their own things. And that's okay. And you shouldn't expect them to want to drop everything that they're doing, or to always be able to help or anything like that. Just don't really. It's okay to ask, which I feel like everybody needs help every once in a while. But I feel like you should never expect um, the support of your children is like a given, um, especially on when it comes to when people are getting older and holidays and stuff. You shouldn't always rely on your children to be the one to get you everything you want because you gave them everything they wanted. I know that's a very old school way of thinking, but I I want for me, right? Let me talk from my experience. I don't want my child to be um, pressured or tied into things that I want to do if that's not what he wants to do, if he doesn't support those things. And, if there's ever a time where I would have to ask him for help, I would hope he would be willing to, but if not, that's okay. They're my situations. I'm an adult. He's an adult. And I have to deal with them. And I feel like if you're teaching your children to be independent and smart and, you just want the best for them in life, that should be one of the practices to, not always rely on them because they're going to be their own person one day. And in most cultures, I feel like most that I've seen, um, the sons, the boys that are born, they once they start their families, they start to dissociate a lot with their birth family, and it's not always right. In a perfect world, right? It's not always for any reason. It's just because they're growing up, they're starting their own families, and it's a really sad reality when you really say it in words, but um, you're not going to be the center of their world anymore, and I've seen it a lot too, where people are always saying to, appreciate your kids while they're young, or a lot of the things are like, especially right now, I see a lot of posts coming up, and it's like, enjoy the mess in your house, enjoy the mess in your yard, because in so many years you're gonna wish you had these messes and stuff again, and that may be true, but at some point, it's time to let go. It's time for them to start their own families and everything, and um, more like I said, more so for the sons and everything. It's like they gravitate more towards the wife's family, the partner's family, or anything like that, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I just feel like there's there's not any reason why somebody should be relying on their children to support them for the rest of their life. I know that's an old school way of thinking, but um, I'm not a fan of it. I see a lot of other, like celebrities and stuff. They get into a lot of like debt and drama because of their families. They want to put their family in a nice house. They want to do all this and provide for their family. They want to retire their entire family for some reason. Which is okay. Good on them if they make that kind of income. But it does start a lot of issues where some of the families start feeling like they're entitled to that money. They're entitled to the fame and all the everything that comes along with it. And I feel like that's just not okay. They may have raised the child into a successful adult, but they that's their money. It's not in their name. It's not something they can just claim their right to. And I said it before, but if there's any reason why you are getting a gift or you're not getting a gift, whatever it is, um, just be appreciative of the presence of whoever is there, and the happy Father's Day wishes, stuff like that. If it comes, it comes. If you're gifted things, that's okay. But if not, you can't rely on other people to give you that kind of happiness, that kind of gratitude. I feel like as an adult, as a man, as a father, you have to find it yourself. And I feel like that gets into a lot of the dad guilt, the dad being tired, dad rage, and everything like that. But just never don't not just be appreciative. I've been saying it this entire episode. You just got to be appreciative of it. There's no reason to be ungrateful, especially if you have like younger kids, older kids. A spouse, anything like that. everybody says it's the thought that counts. On kind of like a side note, I saw this thing too where it's like these other dads, or these, I guess they're dads probably, but they it's unheard of to me. They didn't want any handmade gifts. They didn't want anything personal from their children. They didn't want no pictures. They didn't want nothing made for them. I'm like, I don't understand. They wanted like objects. They wanted things that they wanted. And, if you want them, buy them yourself. If somebody wants to gift you something, let them gift you what they're going to gift you. It's from them. It's not from you, so I don't know. Maybe that's just me thinking that way, but I don't know, man. It's, it's tough to say. There's a lot of different situations where I can't speak on because I was, I was blessed with a good family, a very present father, grandfather, and everything like that. Um, I learned from them. I have a great father-in-law. He treats me right. Everything I've seen, he treated my in-laws right and everything for the most part. But um, it's, I don't know, it's tough. It's tough to I guess not to be the judge, but um, be the one dishing it out because you don't know the entire situation of it. So I don't know, just be good people. That's all I can really say. Um, I didn't want to take a whole lot of time because it is Sunday. I don't necessarily like to take up a lot of time on Sundays because I always believe Sundays for relaxing, recovery, and stuff like that. So and like I said, it's also Father's Day today. So I want to get on with my day and do some things with my son when he wakes up. Uh, hopefully he's in a better mood now. He wasn't necessarily fussy, but you could tell he was just ready to nap. Um, oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about too is, there's a lot of people out there too. Maybe think about your own fathers and everything like that. Or just somebody else in general, right? Um, for those who can't celebrate their father, for unfortunate reasons, they lost their father figure or anything like that. Reach out and support them. It's tough. I think I mentioned before that my dad, not recently, but he lost his dad. So my grandpa passed away at the end of 2021. Um, and I know it was very tough. And my father-in-law also lost his dad. It's not recently, but within the last few years also. And it's tough, and it's a reality that we all have to come to terms with at some point. It's not something we can avoid. It is inevitable that eventually we are going to have to part ways with our loved ones, our fathers, mothers, and everything like that. So today, if you have some time, reach out to somebody, make sure they're doing okay. Wish them, hope they're having a good day. Hope they can, kind of fill that void that they're missing right now. I know it is tough, but, but yeah, last thing I want to say is Happy Father's Day to all those dads out there, the good dads, to all those dudes that ditch their kids, aren't good dads, or they're just fucking dirt bags, something like that. Do better. I'm not going to say Happy Father's Day to you. You don't deserve it. Children deserve to have good fathers in their life, and they deserve to be treated right and taken care of. So for all you, I guess we'll say all you donors out there, all you sperm donors out there, do better. Do something better with your life. You can't. The best thing you could do is be a dad, and if you're walking away from that, you're making a huge mistake. It's something that if you sever that connection, that may be something you can never get back, um, especially if they're not being treated right. Also, they kids need dads, kids need moms, stuff and stuff like that. But you know, I don't know, just be there. Do better for all those people that aren't present in their lives like that. Just do better. Treat your kids right. Um, and on a positive note, like I just said, for all those good dads out there, we all appreciate you. Happy Father's Day. Like I said, it is Men's Mental Health Month. Also, I guess apparently I heard about it maybe a few days ago. Hope you guys are doing okay out there. If you need any kind of support, there's resources out there you guys can find online. Yeah, happy Father's Day, and if you can, I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe on YouTube, gave me a follow, and five star rating on Spotify, gave me a follow on TikTok. You can find me at all those platforms at Home with TJ, and I'm gonna go spend some time with my kid. Hopefully you're gonna do the same, or hopefully you're striving to do this next year also, something like that. Hope you guys are having a good day. This is Home with TJ, and I was your host, TJ, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.